What you really should know about buying and selling houses. At first glance, all new objects might be a bit unnerving or daunting. When it comes to flipping properties, the same holds true. Getting in over one's head is a common experience during one's first flip. There will be more than a few flips until you're comfortable with the procedure. The majority of first-time home flippers fail to make any money at all and write it off as a learning experience before moving on to the next one with a fresh perspective and an optimistic outlook. One of the most effective ways to avoid making expensive errors in your first few flips is to learn the ABCs of home flipping. 1. Assess. Make sure the home you wish to flip is properly appraised and compared to other properties in the area that are in better condition and of a comparable size and design. In order to obtain the most value for your money, you don't need to purchase the most expensive property in the community. Instead, you could look for an eyesore and make it into a desirable home for the neighborhood. Furthermore, you want the appraisal to show the current value of the house, in comparison to the amount you are paying, and to discuss with the appraiser what the home might be worth if you made modifications. 2. Risky actions. To create a lasting impact, you need to be willing to take risks. While you don't want to take on too much danger, you also don't want to be overly cautious when it comes to flipping properties. You should exercise caution when it comes to your finances and keep a close check on your costs and budget, but you should also consider making improvements that will attract a buyer when you sell the house. A positive outlook about one's ability to succeed. If you don't think you can succeed, you won't succeed. People who lack confidence or are afraid to take on a home flip are not the best candidates for the job. To obtain the greatest pricing and the most value for your money, you'll have to fight for it with your contractors, inspectors, and even certain merchants. If you don't believe in yourself, you won't be able to accomplish your goals. The advice of those with more experience and expertise is important, especially when it comes to structural issues in the home and bringing it up to code, but you must also stand up for yourself if you want to avoid paying for things you don't receive. This does not mean you should disregard their advice. 4. Decisiveness. You also need to be dedicated to finishing your endeavor. Pigheadedness is required to complete the first several flips. Flipping properties is not an easy method to earn a living, and this should be made clear. In the long run, it has the potential to be a very successful business, which is what the majority of would-be flippers are hoping for. On those mornings when glancing at the property in question makes you want to cry, groan, and yank out your hair, you'll have to get up, even if you don't feel like doing so. 5. Thrill. One of the most important elements. When the plumber gives bad news or you have discovered that a strong week of rain is anticipated for the weak roof, you will find that enthusiasm is in short supply in many days, but if you can recover that early joy over your choice to flip properties, it will sustain you.